Siren echoes in the night, rockets light up the sky, families run shelter. In one small region of the world, Israel refuses to rest. The conflict between Israel and Gaza has lasted for generations. But behind the headlines stands another powerful force: Iran. Twin names, decades of tension. How did this happen? And why does peace seem so far away? To understand today, we must go back in time. In one part of the world called the Middle East, there is a land loved by many people and many religions. But today, the same land is known for conflict. Long ago, the land was called Palestine. Arabs and Jews both lived there. After World War II, many Jewish people needed a safe home because of terrible suffering in Europe. So in 1947, world leaders proposed dividing the land into two countries, one for Jews and one for Arabs. Jewish leaders agreed, Arab leaders disagreed. In 1948, Israel became a country. War started immediately. Many Palestinians lost their homes and moved to places like Gaza Strip, where the conflict had begun. Gaza is a small piece of land near the sea. Millions of Palestinians lived there. Over the years, life became difficult because of wars, closed borders, and limited resources. In 2007, a group called Hamas took control of Gaza. Hamas fired rockets into Israel. Israel responded with military attacks. Fighting will stop, they start again. Fear grew on both sides. Far away is Iran, a powerful nation with a long history. But many people do not know this. Iran and Israel were not always enemies. After Israel became a country in 1948, Iran was actually one of the first Muslim majority nations to recognize it. At that time, Iran was ruled by a king called the Shah. The Shah government has strong ties with Western countries like the United States, and it cooperated quietly with Israel in trade, intelligence, and security. They were not close allies publicly, but they worked together. Then everything changed in 1979. That year, a massive revolution happened inside Iran. The Shah was removed from power. A new Islamic government led by Ruhollah Khomeini took control. This new government saw the world very differently. It strongly opposed Western influence and viewed Israel as a symbol of that influence in the Middle East. It also believed Israel was oppressing Palestinians. So Iran cut all ties with Israel. Embassies were closed, cooperation ended. The friendship turned into hostility almost overnight. From that moment, Iran began supporting groups that opposed Israel, including Hamas. Instead of fighting Israel directly, Iran and Israel entered what many call a shadow war, competing through allies, intelligence cooperation, and regional influence. Another major issue: increased fear. Iran developed nuclear technology. Iran said its nuclear program is for peaceful energy. Israel worries that it will one day become a weapon. Because of this mistrust, tensions have grown. There have been cyber attacks, drone strikes, and military operations across the region. Meanwhile, the conflict between Gaza and Israel continues inside. The world fears that one day, these separate tensions will combine into a much larger war. Each side believes it is protecting its own people. Israel say it needs security. Palestinians want freedom and their own independent state. Iran wants influence and believes it is defending Palestinian rights and resisting Western power. Because every side feels justified, compromise becomes extremely difficult. But beyond politics and military power, there are ordinary people. Children in Israel, Gaza, and Iran all want the same thing: to live safely, to go to school, to dream about the future. Israel has written many chapters of conflict, but the next chapter is still unwritten. If you want more stories like this, like, comment, and follow my channel. Thank you.